Hello again, beautiful beings of light. Once again, I'm back for today's live at 5:55. And I know it's been 2 weeks now, so much to cover, so much to get into, so much to talk about. And I just want to remind all of you, if you have questions, yes, please comment below. Only specific questions. I will not take general questions, just for sake of time and energy. Yes, I'm back. Hey everyone. Hey Sheena. Hey Melissa. Hey guys. Hey Lisa. Thanks so much for tuning in, for sharing this video, and wow, has it ever been a crazy month, right? Am I right? Or am I wrong? Okay, it has been insane, and this is why I wanted to bring up the awakening, because we are in the midst of it. And there's a lot of stuff going on. So I want to talk about a couple of things here. And honestly, it seems like August has been the month of driving up old energy. Myself included, this is why the live did not happen last Monday, is because all this old energy got driven up, and there was some emotions and human stuff that I needed to deal with. So I figured, it's best if I just kind of put the live video on hold and, have accountability for my human stuff. So that's kind of what happened last week, and it was like, I think the day after the eclipse or the day of the eclipse. So anyway, a lot of stuff got brought up for myself, for pretty much all of my clients. It seems like this month has definitely been a lower vibrational month, and I'm so glad, as someone just commented, that my energy always lifts your mood. So that is fantastic. Thank you, Anna, for the comment. This is great. So we're back, and hopefully you are feeling a little bit better, and maybe if your week has been pretty crappy, maybe I can make you feel better tonight. So thank you everyone for tuning in. Couple of things that I want to go over. Let's just take a look here. Yes, I have a telepathy workshop happening right off of Bloor Street in Toronto, and that is going to be going down next Sunday. We've got about, I think, 4 people signed up. We're looking for 14. So let me know. Oh, is the screen frozen? No, okay. Okay. Sometimes energy gets weird, but yeah, okay, so let me know if you are interested in this telepathy workshop. I am going to be, Bloor and Spadina, I am going to be pretty much teaching everyone how to communicate and connect via telepathy. So you definitely don't want to miss this, and you can actually sign up for this workshop right off of my website and pay for it there, and then I can put you down on the list. Okay, fantastic. And then a retreat, so the September retreat is fully booked, but I do have another retreat coming up in November 3rd, 4th, and 5th. Once again, 3 days long of absolute, absolute vegan food and like good vibes and a lot of activities and stuff. So let me know, and I am looking for males with this retreat, okay? So let me know about that. I do have some big news with some collaboration coming up, so things might be changing very soon, but we will take a look, and I will announce that big news a little bit later on, maybe later on this month, so keep an ear and an eye out for that. And then other than that, let's get into some quantum physics. So I don't know if anyone is interested in quantum physics, but my guess is that if you're interested in consciousness, you've got to be interested in quantum physics, because quantum physics is just the scientific study of consciousness. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. Science and spirituality merge together with the study of the smallest atoms you can possibly study. Okay, awesome. So good, I'm glad that you guys are with me. There's really just 2 things that I want to go over today with quantum physics. One of them is the definition of quantum mechanics, and it's really just the study of wave-particle duality. Now, this is a really loaded sentence, and I just wanted to kind of break it down for you today. And so wave-particle duality, pretty much what quantum physics and quantum mechanics has proven is that everything at a physical level isn't actually solid. I know, right? And what they actually say is that everything around us in this reality exists on a wave. Cool, right? So what exactly is a wave then? Wave is a frequency, right? It's a vibrational frequency. And so, you know, particles have waves, atomic structures have waves, colors have waves, music have waves. So pretty much everything in this existence is residing on a wave frequency. Now, it was about, I want to say 5 years ago now, when I really started diving into quantum physics and quantum mechanics. And I was taking public transit at the time, and I met this guy on a bus. And I love public transit because you get to meet so many interesting people. And of course, I just attract the right kind of people. And so I meet this physics professor on this bus. And I pretty much told him, I said, hey, like, we've got to sit down. Like, I have to talk to you. And so we ended up sitting down that night, and we talked for, I want to say, 4 or 5 hours. I pretty much said everything that I understood and channeled at an energetic vibrational level, and he was absolutely mind blown at the depth of understanding that I had. And he asked me, he said, are you sure that you've never studied physics before? And I said, honestly, I have no idea what these labels mean, but I experience everything that you study. And so anyway, it was just a really awesome, like, mind-melding conversation. So quantum physics is the study of consciousness. And then I also wanted to talk about the double slit experiment, which really does kind of play into all of the other theories, string theory, entanglement theory, theory of relativity, all of these great things. And basically, what the double slit experiment is they, okay, it's kind of hard to explain, but they put some atoms and particles through like these two slits, and the particles are just supposed to go through those two gaps and wind up on the other end. And that's just what they were doing time and time again, right? So that's fine. But then they actually put someone in the room, and then all of a sudden, the double slit experiment changed, and it actually changed into waves. And so they're thinking, they're like, what's going on? This experiment has been the same over and over and over again, so what's different? And what they realized that was different was the observer. Now, this is really cool. I think it's cool. And really what they discovered and what they really scientifically proved was that atoms and particles act in a different way when they are not being observed. And this is when we get into entanglement and Schrodinger's cat. Now, for those of you who don't know, Schrodinger's cat is pretty much this guy, Schrodinger, a physicist, and he believed that if there was a cat in a box, we had no way of telling whether that cat was dead or alive. And basically what this double slit experiment proved is that they are actually both simultaneously existing at the same time. And because we're not observing it, both possibilities are currently existing. Now, this has huge implications on our world. Now, essentially, what this double slit experiment proves is that, this is where it gets good, okay, is that this very reality does not exist if we are not observing it. Now, that to me sounds like consciousness, right? We have the consciousness to be aware of this reality. And if you take the consciousness out of this reality, then technically, scientifically, this reality doesn't actually exist. Now, if you do want to get into this a little bit further, I'm actually writing a book on quantum physics and spirituality right now, pretty much on stuff that I channel. So that information should be available to you, I would say about a year, but you just never know. And then, oh yeah, so I do recommend that you look up string theory, double slit experiment, entanglement theory, and theory of relativity. just to kind of get you started. But other than that, it will be all put in this book in kind of like layman's terms. So you guys will all be very, like it'll be in a term that you can understand kind of thing. All right, awesome. Now the other thing I want to mention before getting to all of your wonderful and beautiful questions is the awakening. So here we are in this crazy month, new moon, full moon, eclipse, crazy alignment. Actually, someone told me this. Now, don't quote me on this because someone actually told me this. Hopefully they're right. They said that the last time the planets were aligned in this way was actually okay, so the last time the planets were aligned in this way was when America was created, okay? So like they signed the documents and they were their own country. It was like back in like 17 or 1800s, I'm not sure. But anyway, how cool is that? That it seems like right now, a lot of the foundations in our very society in America, but also globally, are kind of crumbling. They're kind of collapsing at this time. And in that way, we're rebuilding something new. So not only are we collapsing and rebuilding at a global level, but we're actually collapsing and rebuilding at an individual level as well. So that's just really cool stuff. Now, as you all know, I've kind of explained it before, August is the end of the beginning, right? So like it's the end of an old cycle, it's the end of old energy, it's the end of an old era, and now we are moving into new vibration, new energy. You may not have been in alignment in the last year to start anything new, but September is going to bring you that energy. And any sort of old stuff coming up, any sort of challenges, reactions, emotions that are coming up in you right now, please, please, please deal with it. Don't sweep it under the rug. Don't walk away from it. This is your time to figure your stuff out, okay? And if you don't deal with it now, September, October, November are not going to be very pleasant months for you. This stuff is going to come up continuously in different ways. So please deal with this energy now, love yourself now, and it's really just going to help yourself and it's going to help the collective consciousness. Okay, great. Okay, also I had some crazy downloads last night, like Galactic Federation of Light kind of downloads. So things are definitely going in a very fast direction. But I also just wanted to validate that we are all here for a reason and we are all very special and divine beings of light. Okay, yes, awesome. Yes, Nadia, I think that if you do have anything that you need to release, write it down, burn it, release it, get rid of it. This is your time to do so. I would even say go through your material, physical things. Anything that doesn't serve you, get rid of it. Give it away to someone. They deserve it, okay? Okay, great. Okay. Life being an illusion. That's really cool. Okay, so we'll get to some of the questions a little bit later on. I have a question for all of you, actually. Hey, Karen. Okay, yes. Pretty much, summing it up in one word, how has your shift been in August? Has it been mainly positive or has it been mainly negative? Just want to kind of gauge to see where everyone's at, how you're releasing things. If it's positive, then amazing. Then you've done what you needed to do. That's awesome. If it's negative, good. You're doing what you need to do. You're purging and releasing, okay? Oh, Andre. Hey, Andre. Oh, it's been brutal for you, Melissa, eh? Okay, good. Positive. Yeah, so we're going to get the binaries here. And also, thank you so much, Nick, for sharing this video. If you find that the Q&A and this information could really benefit friends and family, share it. It's not coming from you. Let me take the blame for this crazy energy and ideas, and share this video. Also, you can comment people's names in the bottom as well if you are interested. And okay, great, yeah, so it's a lot of people back and forth, negative and then positive and then big releases, positive and then getting stronger. Okay, good, I'm so glad. And then there was one more thing that I wanted to mention. Oh yeah, okay, great. Yes, so I will be pulling names of the reviews next Monday, okay? So being aware of that, if you have already reviewed me, your name is going to be in the jar of all the reviews. So pretty much everyone who's reviewed me is going to go back into the jar, and then I'm just adding everyone else who reviews me. And be honest, guys, like I know I've gotten a lot of 5 stars, but if you don't resonate with me, then please like say what you don't resonate with so other people can learn as well. So I'm totally open, no judgment. I'm not going to put your name, I'm not going to not put your name in just because you give me less than 5 stars. So just be aware that there's no judgment here. And I'll be pulling one name next Monday from those reviews for a free 30-minute session. And I'll be pulling that live on the air. What? Okay, awesome. Let's get to some of your questions. And yes, I just wanted to remind everyone that even though I might not get around to your question, all of these answers are also for you. Most likely, someone else is going through what you are also going through, okay? So just kind of being aware of that, and you have signed on the right day, right time for a reason to listen to this information, okay? Fantastic. All right, let's take a look. Okay, first question I have here is from Heba. Hi Elizabeth, I have 2 job openings that I'm very excited about. Ooh, possibilities, opportunities, this is great. One is an opening within my debt and, one is an opening within my debt, and one is something that I've been eyeing for a while within the same company, but a different department. Oh, department, okay, cool. Okay, I've put a name in the hat for both opportunities. Okay, great. Let's take a look and see, like what your guides have to say about these. Interesting. Okay, great. This is fantastic. So your guides are chiming in here right away, and they're mentioning that, to be honest, like either one is totally okay. So like you've kind of put the feelers out for both of them, which is great. As you know, if it's meant to be, it's going to be easy. The universe is just going to drop it into your lap, which is fantastic. And they actually said that the department that you're in right now isn't not serving you, if that makes sense. So it is serving you. It's not like the best thing in the world. They are saying that if you had a choice, change departments, change up that energy, change up your working environment, and that's going to really kind of, allow you to grow and move forward. So just kind of being aware of that as well, and that's going to be really positive for you. So once again, if it's easy, it's going to fall into your lap. It looks like change is needed in your life, so it looks like you're going to be landing one of these positions. Okay, thank you so much for asking. All right. Okay, so Anna DeSantis. Hi, Elizabeth. I had 3 different people who live all around the world give me a message. Oh, they all had a lucid dream of me in it. Very cool. I find that I've been definitely visiting a lot of people in dreams as well, so it's cool that I get to do this work and do that work. So call on me. I can be your spirit guide too. Okay, great. And then, okay. Okay, very cool. So you're talking about being on this cruise ship in the dreams and like hosting this event with so many people. Okay, let's just take a look, Anna, and see what your guides have to say about this. Yes. Okay, great. So this is just a validation for you, Anna, that your guides are saying that everything that you want, children, thriving career, helping out the world, traveling, like literally it's possible. And these dreams from all these different people are validating the fact that you can have everything. You don't have to just stop at career. You don't have to just stop at personal. You can actually have it all. And this is a really great message for everyone else out there as well, is that don't limit yourself at this time. As you have heard, quantum physics is all about you creating your own reality. We observe it, we create it. The more we observe negativity, the more we create that, right? So as long as you know that you deserve this, and you know that this is in line for your creation, then you are in line to create it. Hopefully that makes sense, but yes, absolutely. So that's really the main message here, Anna, is you deserve all of that, and you deserve to create it. And you will create it. Awesome. Okay. Cord. Hi, Elizabeth. I was wondering if my best friend Ross Curry were connected at all through any past lifetimes. Okay, very cool. Okay, so you've had a lot of friendships over the years, but none as strong as this. Very cool. So that's Cord and Ross. Let's take a look here. Great. Yeah, okay. Okay, fantastic. So it seems like, Cord, you and Ross have been together in, I want to say, about 3 past lifetimes here. It's very clear that the connection goes a lot deeper for the two of you. And yes, there's actually one lifetime of you two, and you were brothers, and you were a part of like the military kind of thing. And you really looked out for each other. Like, you did not honestly trust anyone else in your little squadron but each other, and once again always having that back for each other. In that lifetime, he actually ended up passing away in front of you, so he ended up getting shot in that lifetime, and that obviously absolutely devastated you. And so there's always like this kinship and always like this like need for like you two to like come back together. And it does seem like in these past lifetimes, it's been a lot of like brotherly connection, right? So having that deeper connection, having that brotherhood, and having each other's backs. And it seems like in this lifetime, it's the very similar. Oh, thank you, Catherine. I love this backdrop too. It's like, let me show you the way. All right, let's take a look. Okay, so Marilyn, I would like to know what my spiritual gifts are and what I have yet to discover. Very cool. Sorry, my iPad is so dirty. It's kind of gross, but okay, 1 second. 1 sec, Marilyn. Let's take a look. Yes, okay. Great. Now I know it's kind of general and oh, good. I'm so glad, Cord, that was like really confirming. Good. Okay. Now, Marilyn, so I know it's like kind of general, but your guides are being kind of general here because, well, first of all, the question was kind of general. What are my spiritual gifts? And then the other thing is that you have yet to discover a lot of these spiritual gifts. And they actually said 2 things here. One of them is, one of them is the gift of sight, and they're talking about third eye sight and insights. And then the other one was the gift of healing. So it seems like these are 2 definitely of your main gifts here. And once again, they're not going into this too much further, just because I think that you really have to kind of dive into that on your own. But ask yourself, what does that gift look like? What does the gift of sight look like to me? And what does the gift of healing look like to me? And Lisa, I am not sure why I keep skipping your question here. I don't have it here actually at all, so maybe repost it. All right, let's take a look. Kevin Holmes. Hey, Elizabeth. Been watching your show for a while with my girlfriend Lindsay. Awesome. And okay, so my question today is, growing up with my parents, I always felt like more of a parent figure to them. I'm curious to know what the relation is between that. Any past lifetimes that I've been... Okay, great. So your parents' names are Brian and Maria Holmes. Let's take a look at this and see what your guides have to say. Interesting. Okay, that's funny. Okay, yes, so absolutely I can validate that. It seems like you have definitely been a parent figure and also like a spiritual guru and guide. It seems like the guru and guide has more so been with your father, and then the parent has more so been with your mother. And I totally see the interaction between the 3 of you, and it's just kind of like rolling your eyes like, okay, really, guys? Like, you don't see this for yourself kind of thing. But your guides also told me that this happened for a reason in this lifetime because you are meant to understand what it is to be vulnerable and what it is to be looked after, right? So like in a lot of ways, you were looking after your parents and being that parental role, but in a lot of ways, you needed to learn what it was to be vulnerable and just to say, okay, you are this figure in my life, and I just have to accept that. So hopefully you have accepted that, and hopefully that makes a lot of sense. Good. I'm so glad, Lindsay, that resonates with you. You know him probably better than, well, definitely better than I do. Oh, cool. And Melissa Holmes? Yeah, very cool. Awesome. Great. I'm so glad everyone's vibing with the information today. All right, Kimberly, let's take a look here. I was told by someone in the past that today would be a very powerful day. Oh, August 28th. Any reason why or what it relates in terms of health, career, or parts of my life? Great question, Kimberly. Let's take a look. Yes, of course. Interesting. Okay. So right away, I get the word transition. And this seems like a major transitional point for you, Kimberly, in your life. So a lot of things moving, especially energetically, is kind of what I see here. Transition, and then they also said transition and transmission, which is really cool. They actually brought up both words, and they wanted to make me understand that they were different. Transition, you're going through a transition, and you're also receiving a transmission through the transition. I don't know. It's a lot of T's, but yeah, so that's kind of why it's so important and significant for you today. Once again, burn, release, let go of anything else that isn't serving you, Kimberly. And then tomorrow is going to be a whole new day, whole new world, whole new reality for you. And I think that goes to show, like, for everyone at this time, like, let August be the last of your baggage. Move forward. Okay, great. All right. Kaylee Rhiann, let's take a look here. Hi, Elizabeth. Wondering how many past lives I have lived and if they are all involved in me caring for others more than myself. Oh my goodness. Yes, absolutely. Okay, fantastic. Let's take a look, Kaylee. Okay. Now, I'm actually getting a number. So I just asked you guys, okay, how many lifetimes has she lived? And right away, like, I just got, like, many. I mean, the word many. I'm like, okay, can you be a little bit more specific? And they actually gave me a number, and the number is 624. Now, this is just lifetimes on this planet, if you could imagine. Now, also know that these aren't just human lifetimes. They are lifetimes where you've been butterflies and trees and blades of grass and snails and all of that great stuff. So just kind of being aware that, yes, you've lived a lot of past lives, and when you have been human, 110%, you have been over-giving, way too much giving at this time. And I think that, honestly, especially the people who are tuned in, we're all light workers. We're all here to give to others. This is why I feel so called to give to all of you, because I know that it's not just for you, it's for your circles, and it's for your family and your friends and everyone else who surrounds you. And hey, maybe you're up on stage one day and you're enlightening other people as well. And we just need to realize that there's a lot of energy in our lives that are no longer serving you. Friends, family members, unfortunately, jobs, relationships, material things in our lives. There are so many things that are not serving us anymore. It's so important for you to release those energies in your life, or else you are going to be draining yourself. And that's for everyone. And thank you so much, Anne Solomon, for sharing this video. Once again, please like, comment, share this video, to share the vibe. It's free information. Why not? Awesome. Thank you, guys. All right, moving forward. Nadia. Hi, Liz. I'm curious to know what I'm lacking to see if helping my leaders throughout my team rise from limited beliefs and blockages. Okay. What I'm lacking. Okay. Is there something I personally need to work on first? Okay, great. Let's take a look, Nadia, and see what's going on here. Okay, yes, of course. So you're pretty much asking, okay, so I've been roadblocked, I'm getting stumped, my team's not as motivated as usual. Now I have to just validate that you are not motivated, your team's not motivated, everyone who's listening to this, myself included, have been lacking this motivation because we just haven't been in alignment to start anything new. We haven't been in that energy, okay? So just kind of being aware of that and just knowing that it's okay to kind of be a little bit slower at this time. So I asked your guides, Nadia, I said, okay, so what's blocking her and what can she do? And honestly, they gave me one word, and it was quite short and sweet, and the word was belief. Really what it takes, Nadia, is for you to believe in yourself that you can attain your goals. And if you don't have your goals written down, then you're never going to attain them. I'm sorry, but just saying, I want abundance, or I want to be healed, or I want this, is just not going to manifest it. We need to write these things down, we need to be structured about it, and then we need to start taking action steps behind it in order to manifest it. Okay, so that's a little bit of more insight, and once again, it just comes down to your belief in knowing that you deserve it. And I honestly think that this is a huge message for all of us out there, no matter how spiritually aligned you are. Okay, awesome. Thank you, Nadia. Thank you for resonating with that as well. All right, let's see this. Lauren, okay. Hi, Elizabeth. For the past week, I've been waking up feeling like I just took notes all night and I forgot something. Okay. I keep waking up feeling like I forget something and I can't figure it out. Can you help? Let's take a look. Lauren, honestly, I've been feeling the same way. Like, I had like a deep conversation with someone last night in my dreams and I totally forgot what it was about. That is totally okay. Let's take a look and see what you can do here. Interesting. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. So yes, you've been doing a lot of work in your dreams, and honestly, I feel like everyone's been doing a lot of work in their dreams, right? So kind of being aware of that, and they actually said, they showed me this image of you kind of like waking up and then rolling over and taking a huge whiff of essential oils. And they're saying that this is going to actually help you remember. They brought up 2 essential oils, and this is for everyone. And if you need a really great source of essential oils, actually Nadia Mascheroni, I want to say, is kind of your name, sells doTERRA essential oils. So that's kind of like one of the better brands, I guess. And so there's 2 essential oils that are going to help you remember your dreams. One of them is eucalyptus, okay? And I guess it just kind of wakes you right up to like, wakes your brain up or whatever, I don't know. And then the second one that I received from the guides was rosemary. I want to say rosemary oil. I don't even know if that is an oil, but they're saying that that's going to really help. I want to say it's rosemary. I'm getting the bush, but I don't know what it is. I think it's rosemary. But anyway, so that's going to really help you remember some things. And right now, just know that whatever you're doing in your dreams is a download, and you don't actually have to do anything with it. You just kind of have to sit with that vibration. It's nothing that you really have to remember, okay? So try not to attach too much to it. All right, awesome. I know, why can't we record our dreams yet? Oh yeah, okay, cool. That just totally sparked something. And like yesterday I was getting this crazy download of information, and I was up on a ship and I was talking to these ETs, and it was like really cool. And we were in this like observation room, which is kind of what I would describe it as, an observation room. And there's this like kind of like a tablet-like device in front of this tall gray ET being. And so we're all having this telepathic conversation. There's like 4 of us in the room, and we're all having this telepathic conversation. And this tall gray ET, he goes like this. He's like so stoic, right? He's like, that's nice, yes. And then he takes his finger and he puts it on this tablet, like literally, like this is what it looks like. He puts it on this tablet, and instantly I knew what he was doing, and he was recording his thoughts. So it was like, instead of writing, because I guess they just don't do that, they don't write anything or like type anything out, they actually just put their finger on this device and they download all of their telepathic thoughts onto this tablet. Now this is like, once again, for those of you who are just joining, hey Stuart, this is ET technology that I'm talking about, and it was really cool to see this gray being, transferring his thoughts telepathically. So I think that that's actually where we're going. Technology is not something to be scared of. It's something to embrace cautiously. All right, moving forward. Oh, awesome. Okay. Melissa Holmes. Hi, Elizabeth. Can you please tell me about a past life I have had and how me and my boyfriend, Cord, were connected to our dog, Wesley, in the past? Oh, very cool. Awesome. Okay, let's take a look here. So, Melissa, Cord, Wesley. Let's take a look. And this is your dog. Interesting. Wow. This is a really cool past lifetime. Okay, this is cool. Okay, so you and Cord were together in this past lifetime. I don't know what like era it was. I want to say that it was around like 16th, 17th, maybe even 18th century. So you and Cord were together in that lifetime, husband and wife, same gender, same roles, and you couldn't have a baby. Like there was just, you tried and you tried and you tried. And of course at that time there was no form of birth control. And so you kept trying to have this baby and you couldn't have one. And so both of you were getting very frustrated and very disappointed and to be honest, very sad. So very sad. And then you two were kind of like just wandering around and you actually saw this baby that was like left in the bushes, like just literally just a baby left in the bushes. Now, this is where it gets weird. So during this time was the like the railroad, slavery, underground movement, all of that great stuff, and like the separation between pretty much blacks and whites, to be honest. And so you two were actually like a Caucasian couple, and this child was dark-skinned. And so you found this child in the bush. Now, it's no surprise that this child was left there because at the time, they were, if you weren't a slave on like a confine, I guess, if you weren't a slave, then you were being persecuted and killed. And so this child was left, and you two look at each other like, hey, we want a child. This child was literally dropped in our laps, and so you took in this child as your own. Now, this is really progressive at the time because everyone in society shut you two out for having this little dark-skinned child. And you had to like move way out of the city. You had to move way into the suburbs, like way into like farm country, away from everyone, because if anyone found this out, then that child would have been persecuted and murdered. And, you know, we're talking about your dog, Wesley, and the connection between the three of you. So that child was your dog, or is your dog in this lifetime. Same soul, okay? I know. So yeah, so that's kind of the, like, I mean, you I'm sure you've had other past lifetimes together, but that is a really intense lifetime where you saved this child from being killed, and you got persecuted for doing that, but you knew that it was what was right. Yeah, and I don't know if you saved your dog in this lifetime, but I wouldn't be surprised. So I'm glad that kind of, oh, you rescued him. Yes, that's what I figured. Okay, cool. Awesome. So hopefully that kind of resonates with you too. And thank you so much for asking, because that was a really cool lifetime. Like, I seriously am in such a beautiful position to experience history firsthand. Like, every day is just amazing and baffling and liberating for me. So I'm in appreciation every moment of doing that. So very cool. All right, let's take a look and see who else we've got here. Okay. Anne Johnston, I want to say that's your last name. Hi, Elizabeth. When I was on yoga and detox retreat last week, I did meditation, meeting my future self of 20 years. Very cool. Did I visit the Akashic Records? What can you tell me about that? Okay, very cool. So pretty much what you're talking about is, oh, hey, Sandra. Yeah, so pretty much what you're talking about is, okay, so you were in meditation and you visited yourself in 20 years from now. Now, this is pretty cool. What you're pretty much talking about is, like simultaneous time. Now, the Akashic Records are essentially the records of our past lifetimes. That's actually what I just went into to take a look at that past life. And within that, it really just means that, time doesn't exist and you're going into the past, but you can also go into the future. And, it's really just this crazy, weird balance of simultaneous time. Now, would I consider going into your future the Akashic Records? It's difficult. Actually, to be honest, yes, absolutely, I would say that they are the Akashic Records. A lot of people think that the Akash is just in the past, but because time doesn't really exist in the past or the future, then of course the Akash is all time, all space, no matter where you are. It's just your records. So yeah, I would say that was you tapping into the future. That's a little bit of your psychic abilities. When we have deja vus, we're also tapping into those psychic abilities as well. Okay, awesome. hopefully that kind of sheds some light on your experience. Okay, cool. Christian Whittall. Hi, Elizabeth. Did I have a past life in Ireland? Very cool. Let's take a look. Yeah, okay. You've had multiple past lifetimes in Ireland, and I just got the sound of your accent. Like you actually looked very similar to what you look like in this lifetime, Christian, in that past lifetime. And I want to say you've had about 3 in Ireland, and the accent was so thick and like so rough around the edges, but it was great. So yes, absolutely. I would definitely say go back there. And there's like a castle that you need to visit. I don't know what it's called, but they're showing me it. And they're saying that that would be very relieving for you to kind of go visit and kind of bring yourself back into the present moment. Yeah. Yes, exactly. Okay. Awesome. Okay, great. So I've got a question here from Matt. So you've been very drawn to ensuring that you have enough survival emergency products, whatever, survival products available in the house. Are there any developments as far as like anything that we need to worry about? That's a great question, Matt. Let's just take a look. I mean, I don't know if, actually, I wanted to mention, this past week alone, I have had 2 sessions getting canceled because of hurricanes and typhoons. One of them was in South Korea, and they pretty much, was it south or north? Okay. Anyway, the one that's not totally blacked out. And so they had to cancel because there's this giant typhoon in Hong Kong, and they had to cancel. And then the other one was from Texas, of course, and they had that giant hurricane. So yeah, obviously stuff is going on this planet. Let's take a look and see if we should have any real concerns or worries. Okay. Yep. Okay. Okay. So what the guides just told me is that come 2020, okay? Come 2020, everything on this planet is really going to settle down. Until 2020, we're going to have devastation after devastation after devastation. They showed me a volcano erupting. They showed me flooding, a lot of flooding, which we've already seen. And they also showed me more hurricanes and more major storms hitting, especially coastlines. So yes, I recommend, because we're not just talking to Ontarians, we're not just talking to Canadians, we're talking to the world here, right? And I would recommend for everyone, especially if you are around a coastline, to have the proper, like, I call it a bug out bag. So to have a bug out bag that you have like food rations and fresh water that you can just take, and maybe like one of those heat blankets or whatever that you can just take with you. And if you need to survive for 24 hours, I don't want to be fear-based, but I do want to let you know that, hey, this earth is shifting, and in order for Mother Gaia and Mother Planet to shift, she needs to kind of purge and get rid of a lot of stuff that isn't serving her, and this is just her way of releasing, okay? So being aware, once again, this 72 24-hour bug out bag is going to be your best bet. I have one. I live in a big city. It's so important to have no matter where you're living, okay? Once again, try not to be fear-based, but I'm trying to be realistic. So just kind of being aware of that. Okay, great. Okay, awesome. Melissa, hi, looking for some guidance on matching tattoos for Michael and I. Very cool. Let's take a look. Okay. Okay, very cool. They're showing me sacred geometry. The first thing that they showed me was like a picture of a canoe and then a fairy on top of the canoe, which is interesting because, Melissa, you've got that kind of fairy-like energy. And then, of course, Michael has the canoe and the outdoorsy kind of energy. So they showed me that, but I mean, that's kind of, it's kind of lame. I don't know. Like, I'm like all into tattoos and universal truth. So it's like, it's not the best, like, visually. What they did show me was like 2 other things. They showed me some chakras. If you two were to combine your chakras, now I would actually say that, Melissa, you've got the sacral chakra, and Michael's got a lot of the heart chakra. And this is actually what my brother and I did. to combine our energies into a tattoo. We wanted a sibling tattoo, but we didn't want some lame like sibling tattoo. So we actually ended up getting the third eye chakra and the heart chakra connected into one kind of tattoo to represent both of our energies. So they said that that would be very powerful for both of you. They also mentioned they showed me a tattoo of an atom. And so I don't know if you know what that looks like. It's like a circle in the middle and then all these like lines like going all crazy. I really like the way it looks. And they actually said that you could have all these little like dots, because that's what the atom, like you have the neutrons and the protons and whatever. And so they showed all these little dots, and the dots are your children. So you can actually both get this atom tattoo and then have two little dots as for both of your children. So I don't know. So that's just an idea, but just know that something spiritual, something, like sacred geometry wise is going to be very powerful for the two of you. All right. Awesome. Okay, let's take a look and see who else. Interesting. Okay, so I've got a question here from Glenda, and I want to say your last name is McGilvery. That's pretty cool. Okay, so your question is, I was wondering if I had any past lifetimes and if they have to do with the care of others. We had the same question just like 5 questions ago. This is really incredible that people are starting to wake up and realize and experience that we have to stop giving to other people. So let's just take a look and see if there is anything here that they want to bring up that can kind of help you release. Okay. Okay. Okay, so yes, they're showing me multiple lifetimes of you as like hospice nurses, as caregivers, as like nurturers, as like I even see you with like a daycare in a past lifetime, like an old school kind of daycare in a past life. So yes, you've always been healing and helping and nurturing others. And then also, Glenda, your guides are bringing up your mother here, okay? And they're actually bringing up your mother in the present moment. So I don't know if you're currently helping your mother or you're having like some difficulty with that. Your guides are just saying that it's really important that you do value yourself, if not more, value yourself just as much as you value and give to others. So you have to ask yourself, in what percentage have I been giving to myself, and therefore what percentage have I been giving to other people? Okay. Okay, awesome. And then I've got... yes, you looked after her. Okay, interesting. Okay, Glenda, if she's no longer here in the present moment, then it means that you've completed, or you are in the process of completing this major lesson with you and your mother, and essentially giving more than you're receiving. Okay? Okay, great. Let's take a look. Okay, great. So I've got another question here from Dana. Hi, Elizabeth. A couple weeks ago, I had an angry episode after being contacted online by someone, even cutting off my guides. Was this a psychic attack? Okay, great. Let's just take a look here, Dana. Yes, okay. Yep. So it was twofold. Half of it was indeed a psychic attack, but the other half of it was a lesson. And just know that no matter these things coming out of nowhere and being these psychic attacks, which I totally believe in, but you don't want to hang on to, these lower vibrational frequencies challenging us and essentially attacking us are only in our lives to help us learn lessons. And there was something there, and the word actually here, Dana, that's coming up is influenced. It seems like you were being a little bit too influenced, maybe by that person. Maybe you took on too much of that commentary or whatever that may be, and that affected you a little bit too much. I want you to start thinking about and analyzing how you take on other people's comments and judgments, because that might just mean that you're judging yourself a lot, okay? So being aware of that as well. And I just want to see if there's anything else here that I want to bring up for all of you. Okay, let's take a look. Yeah, and I just really wanted to mention that if anyone, I know there's a lot of questions and a lot of things to get through, but if anyone doesn't have their questions answered and they're quite serious, please go onto my website, elizabethapril.com. You can purchase a 1 question, 1 answer from there, or you can just do a full one-on-one session, which I absolutely recommend if you haven't gotten from me. I mean, they will help you change yourself. And I can't make any promises, but I can say that I have helped a lot of people, and I'm always open to helping more, okay? Okay, great. And then, yeah, once again, just for some new people here, I have a telepathy workshop happening on Sunday, September 3rd. So that's next Sunday. And it's all about tapping into your telepathic abilities. So please keep your eye out for that. And then if I could just get the time. So just comment below, give me the time in Eastern Standard Time, please. Just so I can kind of keep updated on everything. And also my dad is tuned in today, so hey, from Las Vegas, Pops, you know. And let's take a look here. Okay. All right, so I've got a question from Camille. After 14 years working from home, I've switched career about 6 months ago, okay. I'm not sure I enjoy working outside of my home. I feel like I need to go back to what I was doing. Any direction would be most grateful. Okay, Camille, let's just take a look here and see what your guides have to say. Yes, good. Okay, good. Yep, fantastic. Okay, so your guides are saying that they understand the struggle that you're going back and forth with right now, and that's totally okay. They're mentioning that you needed to make this job transition and change for a reason, okay? So you're changing this job for a reason. And that it's not that the last one wasn't serving you, but it was old energy. It was 14 years old, and you really needed to switch it up. So that's what they're kind of mentioning here, is to change up the energy. They're actually saying you don't need to be in this position forever, but they're saying that being in this position for at least a year is going to help you gain the skills that you need to gain in order to move forward, grow, develop, and actually kind of take what you're learning right now and bring it into something that you can do at home as well. So they're just saying that you're learning new skills, and you're also kind of throwing yourself into a new position that's going to help you. Okay, great. 6:45. I do want to end with an overall message for everyone as well. Okay, great. Fantastic. Thank you, Joanne. Okay, so great. So we're at 6:45. Let's just take a look here. Yes, I'm going to just channel and see what everyone needs to know at this time. Like, I truly believe that it is a pivotal point on this planet, in this society, on this dimension, that we are all changing and reflecting and releasing. So let's just take a look. I mean, in the past, we've had horses and waves and all these weird kind of things in this general message at the end. So I'm going to tap into everyone who's listening. I'm going to tap into everyone who's going to watch this later on and see what you all need to know right now. Okay, 1 second. Yep. Okay, great. Okay, so I got a couple of things here. And the first thing that I got, it was an image, and the first image that I got was literally just someone like stepping like on their tippy toes, and they're moving, they're walking forward, and they're just stepping on their tippy toes. And then I heard the words, tread lightly, okay? Now I don't want to say that this is a warning. It's just more or less a word of caution. And what these guides are saying is that now is the time to kind of tread lightly. And the reason being is because right now we are literally in the crosshairs between lower vibrational third dimension energy and new higher fifth dimensional vibrational energy. And so we are literally hopping in and out of these two different vibrations at all times. So if you are pulled back into old energy, if you're pulled back into regrets, if you're pulled back into memories and things that don't serve you, and you make a decision based on those old energies, then all of a sudden you're going to be making a decision in the wrong energy, and you're actually going to choose and define a path for yourself. Absolutely, it is very, very sensitive times right now, and that's why the guides are literally like, wait on, I mean, I don't want to say like put your life on hold, but I just want to say like, make decisions with caution. They actually gave me a timeline here. Now, this is a general timeline. Some people it's going to be sooner than this, and some people it's going to be a little bit later. But generally, for all of you, I would say like the average timeline for everyone is around, like they're actually mentioning between September 14th and September 18th is when the energy is going to start to come back to all of us. Our motivation, our passion, our creativity, our energy is all going to come back tenfold. And that's when I see like, not only will we be just kind of stepping on our tippy toes, but at that point in time, after September 14th to the 18th, we are in a full-blown sprint towards our new path and our new energy. And I have to just let you all know that if you're not at a sprint in September, October, November towards a new path, and you feel like you're getting roadblocked after roadblocked after roadblocked, then guess what? You might not actually be on the path that you need to be on. And the universe is trying to tell you something. Once again, this is the time to tread lightly, to take it really easy, to not make any serious or big decisions right now because you might still be in that old energy. Now is the time to just kind of sit with everything, observe everything objectively, understand everything around you, and then move forward appropriately. And then in the future, all I see is just like, literally, it's like all these little lights amongst like a sea of like dark energy, like all these little lights, and I see you flying up, like almost kind of looks like those like those like little light bugs. I forget what they're called, but yeah. And all of you are just like, you're on your path, you're in the darkness, and then all of a sudden something takes over and you're like, yes, I know who I am, I can do this. Just a reminder that if it's easy, it's right. If things are just falling into your lap and happening and opportunities are coming to you, then you're on the right path. But if you're struggling to get a grip on your own foundations and your own reality, then yes, absolutely, the universe is telling you that something is wrong. Okay? So once again, now is the time to tread lightly. Wait until September 14th to the 18th to really make those decisions. After that, your energy, your motivation, your passion, your spirituality, everything is going to be in balance, aligned, and divine. Once again, thank you all so much for tuning in to today's, yes, fireflies, to today's live at 5:55. I will be back in 1 week's time, next Monday, to once again answer all of your questions. And if you haven't already, please check out my YouTube videos. This is another great source of free information. I have more than 60 videos available to all of you. A lot of people are asking me about depression and spiritual growth. It's all right there for you, listed out in 5-minute long videos. So please, and you have 1 more week to get in your reviews, and then I'll be pulling a free 30-minute session at next Monday live at 5:55. Thank you all so much. Have a beautiful night. Have a beautiful week. Hang in there. Change is coming. Love you all so much.